us a little bit about the obvious disruption, the biggest disruption that we're in right now, which is the pandemic. How has that impacted your company, and how has your leadership changed or adjusted, if at all, in the light of the fact that we're working remotely, we're working under unusual situations, we're not physically able to be in touch with each other? How have you responded as a leader to that?
It's a very interesting question, because we just did kind of a debrief at the executive team level, and some of them we haven't met in person. So we embarked.
You've never met in person before? Yeah.
No, never met him, and the whole process we just discussed about how do you recruit talent, how do you delegate, how do you estimate the expertise for them to do better their job, and so on and so forth. It just happened. I mean, in the last 6 months, we might be interesting to give a little bit of background. I arrived at BH Cosmetics end of 2019, and a year and a half, we are here to accelerate that company, develop it. So there was a profusion of new people that we had to embark exactly when the COVID, unfortunately, started to kick in. And we embarked a lot of people that we never met in real person, that we never been in the same room with, and we needed to adapt. And this is where it was even more important to be very strong and very sharp on who we were, what we wanted to do, where we wanted to go, to make sure that despite this distance through a screen that can happen, we had that connection. We had that moment where you want to work with that person, that it will be a cultural fit, that it's connecting, and you know that you're going to do great things with that person. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is we insisted and created space for a lot of communication, meaning we do weekly town halls. It was important to communicate, protect and communicate, making sure that we protect our people, safety first, protection first. We will never compromise on that, and communicate what's going on. What are we going to do? Maybe we don't know, but we say we don't know. And this leads to also a very important topic to me, is to work in full transparency, in full trust with everybody in the company.
Yeah.
And showing that maybe we are not perfect, we had to adapt, we are adapting where we are today, making progression, measuring, and so on and so forth. So that was very critical for us to make sure that we protect, communicate in a very transparent and genuine way.